And now to the potential retail nightmare before Christmas, a holiday season that's already been weaker than expected, about to be dealt just another blow thanks to some wicked winter weather. A bomb cyclone threatening more than 140 million people across the country. Heavy snow and winds in the Midwest, rain, wind, and bone-chilling cold to follow here in the Northeast. Kansas already dealing with wind chills, making it feel below 40 degrees below. I got some flashbacks. He's living in Alaska, Tim. Got some flashbacks here. I felt 50 below before.
Alaska.
It's not good.
Beautiful.
All this in the final countdown to Christmas. Our next guest says the tough weather isn't the only thing threatening retail. Storage Advisor, CEO and former Hudson Bay and Toys R Us CEO Gerald Storch. He joins us now. Hey, Jerry.
Hi.
All right, so storms coming in these last shopping days before Christmas. How bad could this really be for the retailers? You're of the mind that Black Friday was an aberration. We were having a terrible holiday season as is.
So, look, normally when retailers blame the weather, I think they're kind of, wimpy. They're making excuses for fundamental problems with their business. But when it hits right now, 2 days before Christmas, there's no time to make it up. So it'll definitely be yet another blow in a difficult holiday season. When you put it in perspective, though, it's a long holiday season. So it might make 1% of difference, 1%, in sales. But most retailers probably were optimistic and thinking they might pick up 1%. So the total might be like 2% if you put together optimistic hopes against the reality of what they're getting hit with. I do have to point out, Black Friday was not good. Everyone says that. I don't know where they got it from. There's no retailer I've talked to who says it was good. And, Black Friday was also difficult. It's been difficult all holiday season. It's been a struggle.
Well, Jerry, in all fairness, Adobe said it was good. They said it was a rise over last year when we were expecting it to be flat. In all fairness.
Yeah,
really quick, I want to ask you.
Adobe only tracks internet sales. For internet sales to be up 2% is what? 2% on internet sales? That's, basically a disaster when inflation's like, 6%, 8% during that same period. So I don't think it was very good, or anyone's expectations were that poor for internet. And think about bricks and mortar in that same context. Anyway, go ahead.
All right, fair enough. We're going to lean into your expertise on this one, Jared. And you and I have already talked about this. But I want to ask you, the snowstorm, it's obviously going to impact in-store shopping, but why can't that be made up by online shopping for people that are saying, hey, the weather's bad, I might as well shop online? And again, this is Adobe. It's not Frank Holland. It's Adobe. The average sale per checkout during Black Friday was higher, so couldn't that potentially give a boost to all these retailers?
Hey, there's always a chance that people can say, oh, I'll get it home delivery for it. And again, I don't think this is the biggest problem. There's a snowstorm 2 days before Christmas, but Christmas Eve day in particular is my favorite day as a retailer. People come in the store, they will buy anything. And so it's a chance to get rid of all the stuff you want to get rid of, high margin goods, whatever there is. So you're losing out on that. It is true, some of it will be delivered from a store to home, but a lot of retailers don't have that functionality. So when you really get down to it, same day delivery at this juncture in the middle of a snowstorm, I don't think anyone's going to count on any of that. So the reality is it will be a hit. It's not a massive hit just because of the weather. It's been a hit all season long, and that's what we're seeing, particularly for retailers that have disposable or discretionary items like apparel or electronics or home furnishings.
All right, I think Guy has a question.
Jerry, Tim and I grew up in Westchester, and it's a dark day when the Galleria Mall announces they're shutting down. But I'll say this, the dollar stores to me, and we've talked about this, they seem to be the best situated in this environment. I'm not asking you to name stocks, but am I accurate in my assessment?
Absolutely. I think there are a lot of retailers, by the way, who are positioned to do well. There's still a lot of sectors or companies that people love. Anyone that sells food, which the dollar stores increasingly do, by the way. But, Walmart, Costco, great companies. They've done better than the rest. Up to this point, they will do better than the rest next year as well in that environment. Five Below, a value retailer. TJX, a value retailer. Kroger, of course, the largest grocer. Home Depot and Lowe's continue to do well. AutoZone, that's kind of the same. It's like you can't sell your house, you can't sell your car, so you might as well make them both better. So that's what they're doing. Dick's Sporting Goods, people still love sports. Ulta's been doing great in cosmetics. And luxury's been doing better than you might think. Super luxury. I don't mean like middle of the road stuff, super luxury in this environment as well. Meanwhile, again, Nordstrom, Macy's, Kohl's, Gap, Williams-Sonoma, Restoration Hardware, Wayfair, Best Buy. These are companies that are going to struggle.
Jerry, it's Tim. Some big picture here. Some things I heard out of Nike and some things that are observations on the last 3 years of the pandemic. But Nike almost revalidated a brick and mortar model. Look, they've talked about DTC working, but they've also talked about different, call it distribution and omni-channel. What is your thoughts on this? We counted so many of these retailers left for dead, and if you hear from one of the most sophisticated consumer products companies in the world who can do whatever they want, they kind of made it sound like we're going to see a little bit more life back in some of the old Galleria malls of the world. Is there any truth to that?
I think you see more life in the Nike stores. They control their brand. What they have is a great brand. It's a vertically integrated retailer. That's one of the success models for the future. One of the winners, those who control their own brand, control their own product, decide which to distribute. They've been very careful. They have their goods very sharply segmented in terms of what they'll sell to whom. And they don't sell the best stuff anywhere except on Nike.com or in their own stores.
All right, Jerry Storch, keeping it real, man. Just that Adobe data, you're not going both for it. I like that. Former Toys R Us CEO, I was a big fan of yours when I was a kid. All right, let's trade it. And Guy, over to your point. Dollar General, one of the stocks finishing higher today in the retail area, along with Nike, to Tim's point.
Yeah, and I love Jerry on F-Troop, by the way, but Dollar Gen green today on a lousy tape. It's only probably 8% off its all-time high. I think the valuation is still reasonable for them in this environment, so I'll stay with Dollar Gen as my pick in retail.
Tim?
Well, Agarn was doing great stuff. I tell you what, the couple places I actually am encouraged by what I'm seeing out of Macy's in terms of both their e-commerce and what they're also doing in the stores, what they're doing digitally, what they've done in terms of resizing the footprint. The valuation makes a lot of sense to me. I think retail, though, has a lot of issues going into next year, including a massive pull forward. Inflation's coming down. The unit dynamics from inflation have actually been very good for retailers, and I think they get worse.
Courtney, what do you think? It's hard to believe that people, even during a downturn, aren't going to go back out and shop. We know the retailers, they had a lot of inventory that they weren't able to sell and didn't really want now, but they're going to get rid of it sooner or later. And of course, spring things are going to come in. The first full year without any COVID is going to be next year.
Yeah, and consumers still have cash right now. They went from about $2.3 trillion in cash with the COVID. That has been brought down to about $1 trillion, but there still is $1 trillion that can be spent. Well, likely won't be spent through early next year. So consumers can still be spending, but you want to be looking at, the lower end, like the Dollar General, because your lower end consumer is the ones who are getting hurt the most right now, or your higher end. So take, for example, like a Tapestry, that is more your luxury brand. They're also going to benefit from China reopening. I think you want to kind of look at those opposite sides of the spectrum continually.
Dan Nathan, any trade in the retail sector for you?
Yeah, there's a couple things that stand out to me. So Jerry just mentioned, retailers that sell food. Well, one of them is Target, and Target just acts god awful. It looks like it's going to make new 52-week lows. It's massively underperformed Walmart. Maybe you'd say that that's kind of some Target-specific stuff, but I think, one of the warning bells earlier this year on inventories was Target. So I want to keep a closer eye on that. And then the other one would be Home Depot. It's had a massive rally, more than 20% off of those October lows. And I just think that with yields holding in here, I just think the housing market probably gets tougher. I think this is probably a tougher road to hoe for Home Depot in 2023. So a couple names that I don't like, but they've gone in opposite directions over the last few months.